Hello and welcome to the news button. For nearly 8 decades after World War II, Japan followed one iron rule: never export its most advanced weapons. Its stealth warships, its cutting edge military technology, its naval secrets remained locked inside Japan. But today, that wall has cracked. For the very first time, Japan has offered one of its most advanced and closely guarded stealth warships not to America, not to Europe, but to India. What changed? Why is Tokyo willing to share technology it once refused to export to anyone? And could this single decision permanently change the balance of power across the Indo-Pacific? Let's analyze. 1945. Japan surrendered. Its empire collapsed. The world's third largest navy was dismantled. In 1947, Japan adopted one of the world's most unique constitutions. Article 9 declared Japan renounced war forever. For decades, Japan refused to export weapons. Military technology remained almost untouchable. Even close allies rarely received cutting edge systems. Japan became an economic superpower instead of a military exporter. If you look at Japan's 1947 constitution, its Article 9 bans war as a national policy. Arms exports were virtually prohibited for nearly 50 years. Japan's defense industry worked almost exclusively for domestic forces. But fast forward to today, the Indo-Pacific has become the world's most contested region. Nearly 60% of global maritime trade passes through these waters. Over $5 trillion worth of trade crosses the South China Sea every year. China has built the world's largest navy by hull numbers, rapidly expanded missile forces, militarized disputed islands, and increased naval deployments into the Western Pacific and Indian Ocean. For Japan, this isn't theory, it is geography, it is threat perception. Japan realized something profound. Only one democratic power controls the entrance to the Indian Ocean: India. More importantly, India sits beside one of the world's greatest maritime choke points, the Malacca Strait. Nearly 40% of all global trade and much of East Asia's imported energy pass through this narrow sea lane. Should conflict ever erupt, control of these waters would become very decisive. The ship at the center of the story is the Mogami-Class Stealth Frigate. Developed by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the Mogami-Class is one of the most advanced multi-mission frigates in Japan's fleet. Japan has steadily expanded the class, with 10 ships already delivered by mid-2026 and further upgraded variants already ordered. Let's have a look at the specifications. The Mogami-Class frigates have a displacement nearly 3,900 tons. When it comes to length, the ship is of 133 meters in length. It has a maximum speed of 30 knots. When it comes to crew, because of high automation, it only requires 90 sailors to manage it. as compared to 170 to 220 sailors on many ships of similar size. This dramatic reduction is possible because of extensive automation. Well, why is it so special? Well, you can say it is the F-35 among naval vessels. Stealthy. It creates low radar signature and has advanced automation of the next level. So what it offers? Stealth shaping, integrated combat system, and advanced sonar. It boasts of advanced anti-submarine warfare, a very big plus. It would be handy in dealing with Chinese subs that are regularly sweeping India's ocean floors. The Mogami is excellent in mine warfare, in surface strike capability, drone integration, helicopter operations, reduced radar signature. This isn't simply another frigate. It represents Japan's newest philosophy of naval warfare. The Mogami frigates employ unicorn stealth mast technology. The unicorn mast combines multiple systems into a single integrated structure. Communication antennas, radar sensors, electronic warfare systems, and navigation equipment. Why is it so significant? It replaces the cluttered traditional masthead that you see on most ships. Cluttered, multi-spired mastheads means giving bigger radar signatures. This spoils all elements of surprise before even the ship approaches. In every form of war, elements of surprise is far important than anything. Unicorn stealth mast technology solves this pretty well through a single thin column masthead which looks like a single horn of a mythical horse called a unicorn. It offers low radar signature, and that's why enhanced stealth, better electromagnetic compatibility, and therefore improved secure communications, greater situational awareness, and reduced maintenance requirements. The technology is already deployed on the Mogami-Class Frigate. Why offer it to India? Japan has gone far beyond offering to sell ships. It will share the design and allowing construction in Indian shipyards with significant technology cooperation. This is extraordinary, considering Japan's traditionally restrictive defense export policies. That raises a bigger question. Why? Why Japan is more than willing to share this with India? Well, the most important reason is China. Any dimwit's guess. Both nations face growing maritime pressure from the dragon's aggressive, expansive policies and alarming naval expansion. Reason 2. Japan sees India as a long-term industrial partner. India already possesses one of the Asia's strongest shipbuilding ecosystems. Japan sees India not merely as a customer but as a long-term industrial partner. Reason 3. The Quad. India, Japan, United States, Australia together. They are steadily building interoperability across the Indo-Pacific. Although Trump's mercurial policies have somewhat staggered its pace. Modern warfare isn't owned by ships alone. It depends on industrial capacity, microchips, artificial intelligence, sensors, advanced materials. Japan is one of the world's leaders in these technologies. India is rapidly expanding manufacturing under Make in India. Together, they could build one of Asia's most powerful defense industrial partnerships. Japan is quietly transforming itself. For decades, it exported almost nothing. Now, it is seeking trusted partners. Australia has already selected the Mogami-Class for a landmark future frigate program, marking Japan's biggest post-war warship export. Interest has also emerged from several other Indo-Pacific nations. The strategy is becoming clear: not simply selling ships, building a network. What does India really gain? Well, India gains faster fleet expansion, greater access to advanced naval manufacturing techniques, industrial collaboration, expanded shipbuilding capability, and deeper strategic ties with Japan. But analysts also note that India already has strong indigenous frigate programs, meaning any collaboration would likely complement, not replace, existing domestic designs. The India Japan Defense Partnership marks the most significant upgrade in bilateral defense cooperation since the relationship was elevated to a special strategic and global partnership in 2014. The biggest breakthrough was the signing of the first ever India Japan Defense Co Development Agreement, alongside commitments to deepen defense technology collaboration and Indo-Pacific security cooperation. So, why is this defense partnership so special? Well, it is the first ever defense co-development project between Japan and India, which is considered the biggest breakthrough. This is a strategic win for India. Part of the co-development agreement would be the inaugural project of the Unicorn system for the Indian Navy. The Unicorn would be Japan's first major defense technology co-development project with India. Defense partnership is special because it bolsters PM Modi's Make in India vision for defense manufacturing. The agreement will allow joint development, co-production in India, even technology transfer, and participation of local Indian defense companies. Indian firms are expected to integrate and manufacture key elements domestically, strengthening indigenous naval capabilities. Next, maritime security cooperation. Both nations reaffirmed cooperation to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific, enhance maritime domain awareness, protect sea lanes of communication, strengthen naval interoperability. This is especially important given the strategic significance of the South China Sea and the Indian Ocean. Next, potential future cooperation. Although no new agreements were announced on these areas, officials indicated a continued interest in expanding cooperation in areas like naval platforms, advanced sensors, aerospace technologies, cybersecurity, space security, maintenance, repair, and overhaul. Even defense electronics and AI enabled systems. Why this partnership matters? This defense partnership is strategically significant because it marks India's first defense co-development project with Japan, gives India access to advanced Japanese naval technologies, an area where Japan has historically been cautious about technology transfers. It also supports India's goal of strengthening domestic defense manufacturing under Make in India. It will also enhance interoperability between the two major Indo-Pacific democracies. All this together deepen strategic balancing and maritime cooperation in an increasingly contested Indo-Pacific region. History rarely changes with one decision, but sometimes one warship tells a much bigger story. For decades, Japan guarded its military technology with extraordinary caution. Today, it is willing to share one of its most advanced naval platforms with India. Not because protocol no longer matters, but because geopolitics matters even more. The offer is about far more than steel, far more than missiles, and far more than one stealth frigate. It reflects a profound shift in how two Asian democracies see the future of Indo-Pacific. The real question is no longer whether Japan broke protocol. The real question is, has Asia just witnessed the birth of an entirely new strategic alliance? Before leaving, leave your comments in the comment section. And do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Before leaving, leave your comments in the comment section. And do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.